Today, we're going to talk about a nation that was, well, born from an impossible event, a land of soaring extremes and deep, deep contradictions. We're talking prehistoric giants roaming through lush jungles while the highest point on Earth literally scrapes the edge of space. This is Nepal, and it was forged by the impossible. So our story really kicks off with an event of just unimaginable power. Think about it. 50 million years ago, the landmass we now call India came crashing into Asia. And this wasn't just a fender bender. The collision was so violent it buckled the Earth's crust, thrusting rock thousands and thousands of meters into the sky. This one single cataclysmic act created the Himalayas. And right there in their shadow, one of the most unique nations on Earth was born.
And what a place to be born. We're going to start at the very top, in a realm of stone and ice so massive it intercepts monsoons, gives birth to Asia's great rivers, and, literally shapes the weather for half the planet. Welcome to the Death Zone.
To really wrap your head around the scale of this place, just consider this number. Of the 10 tallest mountains on the entire planet, a staggering 8 of them are crammed right here, inside Nepal's borders. 8 out of 10. Trying to climb here? It's like taking a trip to another planet. First, you have to get through the Khumbu icefall. It's a constantly moving maze of ice blocks bigger than houses. After that, you've got the Lhotse face, a sheer 4,000-foot wall of pure blue ice. One slip and you are gone. There is zero forgiveness here. And the numbers? Wow, they are just sobering. The odds of making it back are stark. For every 100 people who successfully stand on the summit of Everest, one person will die trying. Up here, the mountain has a way of keeping what it claims. But if you think Everest is the ultimate danger, just look at this. Annapurna. It's on a whole other level. It's not the highest, no, but it is by far the deadliest. A 1 in 3 fatality rate. Just let that sink in for a second. And yet, thousands of people still travel there, drawn to its terrifying beauty. So you have to ask, how is any of this even possible? Well, the answer is the Sherpa people, and they are so much more than guides. They have skills that honestly seem superhuman. They can read the future of the weather just by watching the clouds. They find the one safe path through a landscape of ice that's always moving. They fix the ropes that the only thing keeping climbers alive, and they make these calm life-or-death decisions that entire expeditions depend on. Without them, the story of the Himalayas would be very, very different. All right, let's head down from that thin air. Below the peaks, you'll find the Kathmandu Valley. It's this fragile, ancient civilization built in a place that just never stops shaking. It's a real testament to faith in a landscape that's constantly trying to tear itself apart. And this valley, it holds some deep, deep mysteries. Way up in the high desert of Upper Mustang, you see thousands of these man-made caves. They're carved like apartments right into sheer cliff faces. I mean, who had the skill to do this? And how on earth have they survived for centuries? The mountains are definitely guarding their secrets.
And if you want a perfect symbol of the Nepali spirit, this is it. The Dharahar Tower stood for over 150 years before the 2015 earthquake just leveled it. But they didn't just rebuild it. No, they built it back even taller than before. It's this defiant symbol of resilience, just rising from the rubble.
And that defiant spirit, it's everywhere. Walking through Kathmandu is an absolute assault on the senses, but in the best possible way. It's this beautiful, chaotic accident. You've got these ancient, medieval neighborhoods tangled up in electrical wires that are providing Wi-Fi. The smell of incense mixes with street food, and you hear sacred temple bells alongside the blare of car horns. It's like chaos itself was blessed and just told to make it work. And somehow it does.
This place even has its own relationship with time. See, while most of the world is living in the 2020s, Nepal officially uses the Bikram Sambat calendar. That puts the country about 57 years ahead of us. It's a place where the past, the present, and even the future all seem to exist at the same time.
The key to survival here isn't just good engineering, it's faith. Just look at the Nyadapola Temple in Bhaktapur. It's this 5-story masterpiece that has somehow survived every single earthquake. And why? Well, maybe it's the guardians. At the base, you have rustlers, said to be 10 times stronger than any man. Above them, elephants, 10 times stronger than that. And this divine protection just keeps leveling up, through lions and griffins, all the way to goddesses at the very top. Okay, so let's descend one more time. We're going from the shaking valley all the way down to the flat, steamy plains of the Terai. Here, where the mountains finally give up, we find an unbelievable story of rebirth, not just of nature, but of philosophy too.
This chart right here tells one heck of a survival story. Back in the 1970s, Nepal's one-horned rhino had been hunted to the brink of extinction. Fewer than 100 were left. But thanks to some incredible conservation work, their population has roared back to over 600. It's one of the world's great conservation success stories, for sure.
And the rhino is not alone. Chitwan is absolutely pulsing with life. It's one of the last strongholds for the Royal Bengal tiger. It's a sanctuary for the critically endangered gharial crocodile, a creature that looks like it walked straight out of the age of dinosaurs. And the bird life? It's a spectacle of color, from the shimmering Himalayan monal to the famous peacock. This jungle is an absolute treasure. And it's right here, in this landscape of ancient rhythms and rebirth, that something truly monumental happened. This is Lumbini, the birthplace of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. This is ground zero for a philosophy that would spread across half the globe, not with a sword, but with a simple message of compassion.
So what does this all add up to? Well, it's a nation of breathtaking paradoxes, isn't it? It has the world's most dangerous mountains and its most peaceful philosophies. It's a land of ancient kingdoms, but also a fragile young democracy that's still kind of learning to stand on its own 2 feet.
And this might be the most incredible fact of all. Think about it. Despite being sandwiched between 2 absolute giants, China and India, Nepal has never been colonized. It is the oldest country in South Asia, and its strength comes from its impossible geography and the absolutely unbreakable spirit of its people.
So that kind of leaves us with the final thought. Nepal is fragile and it's unbreakable. It's ancient and it's young. It's chaotic and it's serene. In our modern world, where we prize certainty and control so much, what can we learn from a nation that has figured out how to live, breathe, and actually thrive on the very edge of the impossible? What can we learn from a place that finds its strength not in spite of its contradictions, but because of them?